The politicians in Washington are fond of saying that they support our troops in the Middle East and especially now in Afghanistan. This is just another lie coming out of Washington. I won't say it's an inaccuracy or it's any of the other words that they try to use to describe their lies. It is a lie. Our troops have now been in Afghanistan for almost 11 years. And right from the beginning, the source of most of our casualties have been IEDs, mostly roadside bombs, which blow up trucks and other vehicles which are transporting our troops to where they're supposed to take action. 11 years that they haven't been able to figure out how to find a bomb that's buried in the ground. Now we've put, in 1939, Albert Einstein wrote a letter to President Roosevelt outlining the possibility of an atom bomb. And 6 years later, in 1945, we dropped a bomb on Hiroshima. 6 years. In 1961, President Kennedy proposed that we put a man on the moon. And 8 years later, in 1969, Neil Armstrong set foot on the moon. So 61 to 69, that's 8 years. I think everybody will agree that these are much more difficult problems than finding a bomb that's buried in the ground. I've spoken to a number of people on this. Nobody can give me any kind of an answer. They don't have the answer. Why is it taking more than 11 years to be able to detect and neutralize these bombs that are responsible for over 60% of our casualties in Iraq and Afghanistan? I spoke to one bureaucrat at the Defense Department, and when I mentioned about the much shorter time that it took to build an atom bomb and put a man on the moon, his answer was, "Well, that's apples and oranges." Well, it's not apples and oranges. These are things that Americans can do. Yes, an atom bomb and putting a man on the moon are apples and oranges. We can do that. We can do apples and oranges. And we can do peaches and pears too. Now it's ridiculous that they're saying that we can't. They haven't been able to find a solution to this problem. I'm not an engineer, and I'm not a scientist of any kind, but it seems to me that when you dig a hole to put a bomb in, the soil in the surrounding area has a different temperature than where you dug the hole. So it seems to me that infrared could detect that. Another thing is that we have ground penetrating radar. And it seems to me that that's another possible solution. Now there's something called the JIEDDO. That's the Joint Improvised Explosive Device Defeat Organization. This outfit has been in operation since 2006. I'm wondering what they've been doing for 6 years. It seems to me that this problem could have been solved in 6 weeks rather than 6 years. Uh, and I don't doubt that some some research has been done even before this outfit was organized. But they've been in operation for 6 years now. Now I tried calling the JIEDDO the other day, and nobody answered the phone. So I think they have more problems than finding out how to detect roadside bombs. But it seems to me that the there aren't enough resources being devoted to this. We don't have the right people working on it, apparently. But I just like to let you know what is part of this JIEDDO. We have the Senior Resource Steering Group, the JIEDDO Integrated Process Team, the JIEDDO System Integration Board, the JIEDDO Lab Board, the JIEDDO Test Board, and last but not least, the Function Capabilities Board. Now, I think we may have a case here of too many cooks spoiling the broth, because this sounds like an extremely cumbersome organization. Why don't we just get a few people and some scientists, put a team together, get rid of all these boards, give them the resources they need, and get this problem solved. Now, I've offered a couple of possible solutions here, and the infrared heat differential detection and the ground penetrating radar. I'm sure that the scientists in the military and the scientific community have other things that also can help to detect these things. And let I mean, to say that this has been going on for 11 years, I mean, it's bizarre. We're the most technologically advanced nation on Earth, and we can't find and neutralize a bomb buried in the ground. That's pathetic. It's typical of of big government being muscle bound. They don't know. One hand doesn't know what the other is doing, and it's time to streamline this operation. I just like to mention that I've contacted the White House and the Secretary of Defense and gotten no answer so far. So that's well, the president, of course, is too busy trying to get reelected. I know he's got a tough job there with his deplorable record, but I'd like to hear something from the Secretary of Defense. And this isn't just a Democrat problem. I mean, Bush sent the troops into Afghanistan first, and he should have taken some action to solve this problem. To have our young men and women being blown up by these things is just it's either outright stupidity, gross neglect, or just plain treason. So I think they should they should take some action and get this problem solved. Well, that's all I have for right now. I have the this is a if you want to get in touch, and I urge you to get in touch with your representatives and anybody else you want to. A, a flood of emails to the Defense Department and the White House just might prod them into doing something besides running for re-election. So here's the U.S. the how to get in touch with the government. That's the top one, and the bottom one is my email address in case you want to bore me out. That's all for right now, but I'll be back. There's plenty to complain about.